Good morning. Today I want to show you how to make my favorite meal in the whole world. It's spaghetti wheat sauce, as in meat sauce, but it's vegan, so there's spaghetti wheat sauce. And this you make late at night on the spur. It is the most delicious meal. It's 1 p.m., so I'm going to put here 1 p.m. is our start time. And I just want to show you the extremely easy list of what you need. So you need your ground crumbles. You need oregano. I use red chilies. You might not. Olive oil, tomato paste, and onion. So what you really need to have to make this bare minimum late at night, 11:30, is a medium onion, a half a pack of ground crumbles, or the full pack if you like, and a small can of tomato paste. And then after that it would be red chilies, olive oil, salt, oregano, and then of course you can doll it up the way you like to. In addition to that, you can also use green peppers if you like. Trader Joe's has a very inexpensive bag of frozen artichokes, which I love, and I tend to use that. And I also buy salad olives, and I love salad olives, so I'll chop these up and use these in mine. But these are all optional. And then the spaghetti is angel hair. I use angel hair. It's whole grain. And the only thing you really have to double check with any of the spaghetti is they use a lot of egg whites. And of course that's not vegan. And we know that the whole egg business is extremely inhumane. Regardless of what the packet says, it's really a nasty, nasty business. So make sure it does not have egg whites. That's really all you have to go for. And of course I use whole grain. So it's 1:02, and I'm going to start cutting this, and I'll turn the tape back on when I'm ready to start cooking. It's 1:06, and I just finished chopping that up. I'll start with 2 tablespoons. And remember, when you eat vegan, you can use so much more oil and nuts and olives because you don't have all that fat from the meat. So you're not trying to pull back on fat quite as much. I'm not saying you can't gain weight or have other problems eating vegan, but you really can eat much more of these things than otherwise. So that's 2 tablespoons of that. Again, this is optional to you. I happen to love this, so I use it. I am also using olives because I just love them. And before I do that, though, I'm going to take out the tomatoes, and I don't love that. So this is all optional. Just heat it up, so I'll get this going. This is my medium onion. And I'm going to use this. It's also an option. And at night, just the onion and the tomato paste are enough. And again, because it's optional, you use as much as you want. This is frozen, and but I happen to love it, so I'm using maybe a cup. And I'm going to turn the tape off. It's 1:08, and this will be stirring and frying. Here, I'm just moving the onions over a little bit so the artichokes get fried. I'm going to talk about the protein content in this ground crumble. So, to learn about the protein matters, I refer people to, because I'm not a dietitian or a doctor or anything, I'm just a person who cooks and eats, to the Physician Committee for Responsible Medicine.org. And they have a formula they go by for protein, and that is body weight times 0.36. Gives you the recommended amount of protein per day in grams. So you can go there and study more about protein and how much you think you need. Now, as far as this recipe goes, 1/2 cup of the ground crumbles equals 13 grams of protein. And today we're going to use 1 cup of this. This will be 26 grams of protein in this meal, not counting what you get later from the whole wheat. So the whole wheat has 7 grams of protein for 2 ounces. So if you had 2 ounces of spaghetti, and if you had half of this, you'd be up to 20 grams of protein in one meal alone. At this time, if you were used to a lot of fatty stuff, fatty hamburgers and whatnot, I would go ahead and add another tablespoon of oil. Why not? You're not getting fat from any other source, and olive oil is an excellent source of fat, excellent kind, so I would go ahead and do that. There is about 1 cup of these grounds. First I'm going to put in the oregano. You can use 1 teaspoon if you like. If you're a garlic person, add garlic, whether it's powdered garlic or fresh garlic. I mean, powdered garlic works just as well. I'm letting the oregano get cooked up a little bit with the oil because that helps to disseminate the fat in taste. Plain old tomato paste, and then water, depending on the consistency. So I'm going to add these grounds in now. Again, if you're coming from a heavy meat background, put them all in. What I also really like with these grounds is you're not really dealing with any blood or any of the other things in connection with meat. So this thing, I'll use this water in here later. But again, there's no traces of blood around that I need to worry, uncooked blood that I need to worry about. So food safety matters. Some people like to add sugar to make it less soury, and that's fine. Go ahead. I'll add about a teaspoon of salt. This is tomato paste. In the tomato paste, it just has tomatoes and citric acid. So this isn't one of the tomato products that has things in it like oregano or other seasonings. So you just need to check that for yourself. You might even like that. I don't. It's usually 3 cans of water to 1 can of paste. But usually I add a lot more. So. Put it down. Of course, you can use less tomato if you're not a real tomato lover, if you like the meat taste mostly. And the variation of this can be done for sloppy joes, mince, I mean, you name it. There are also sausage crumbles, so if you're a sausage person, there's also vegan sausage links you can throw in there. And I really dare you to find that much difference. So at this time, it's mixed up. I'm going to turn the heat down, let it cook a little bit, and I'll stir it up so it doesn't burn. And in the meantime, I'm waiting for my water to boil. It is 1:19, and I'm just going to... So it's 1:22, and now the water's finally boiling. So I'm going to put the water in. This will be ready in a few minutes. And with your family, you can get used to how much each person eats. So if you take a dime, I'm a nickel size eater, and my husband's a dime. So you can gauge it that way if you like. To me, that has worked. So I take sort of like a dime diameter worth of noodles and use that. And I'm more of a quarter. And I always err on making too much, simply because I take it for lunches. I wrap it up. This heats really well. That's more like a quarter. 23. Now, I tasted this a minute ago, and I think it needs more salt. It usually does. So I'll add about a teaspoon more of salt. And again, depending how finicky the eaters are, you can add another tablespoon or even 2 of olive oil to make it nice and give them the fatty taste that people often miss when they're getting off of a meat diet, meat and cheese. The noodles so they don't get pumped up. Now I'm going to taste this, and to keep it germ-free, 1 spoon that will that'll touch my mouth but never again touch the meal. So I just take some like that, taste it, and then I throw that away. You never dunk it again. Anything that touches your lips should not touch the food again. I'm going to add some more water. Again, I don't have to worry about any animal blood on my counter or anywhere because there's no blood. So this is really ready. At this point, you would tweak it for your own, family taste, hot peppers, whatever. So this was ready at 1:26, so it took about half an hour to cook. Now we're just waiting for these to boil up nicely, and then strain it and put it on a plate. Check that. That needs to cook some more. We're going to cover it and let it cook a little bit more. This will be on low, and I'll be stirring it so it doesn't burn at the bottom. point, all we have to do is wait for these to be done. And I have, as an ad, I use a lot of frozen veggies because I don't have time to do fresh cooking, fresh shopping. And I will heat up some frozen peas, which I have to like with this combo, and then that'll be my meal. But the spaghetti wheat sauce was done by 1:30. 30 minutes. Thank you. And this, in this one pot, there's 26 grams of protein. In here, there's about 14 grams of protein. Of course, it depends who all eats it. Was it done? And this freezes up really nice as a meal. It's in a microwave. It's really nice. So there's the spaghetti. Here's the beet sauce. And there's the artichokes. There's the chili. Most people put them aside, like the two. So there you go. And it's 1:35. So the whole meal a little over 30 minutes. I hope you enjoy.